Most people are talking about the attack. Most people are talking about Paul Heyman in the hospital. But nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about the one moment that happened after the hospital visit that tells you exactly what Brock Lesnar is planning to do next. I have been covering WWE for years. I have broken down hundreds of storylines. And I am telling you right now, what is coming for Seth Rollins is something we have never seen before. Not in this era. Not like this. But you need to stay until the end, because the most important part of this story is the last thing I am going to tell you. And trust me, you do not want to miss it. Let us go. Paul Heyman is lying in a hospital bed right now. Not because of an accident. Not because of illness. Because Seth Rollins put him there. And when Brock Lesnar found out, when the most dangerous man in WWE history heard what happened to his closest friend, he did not call. He did not text. He did not post anything online. He got in his car and he drove straight to that hospital. And that is where everything changes. Welcome back to Suplex Rumble Nation. I am your host, and before we go any further, I need you to really feel what is happening here, because this is not just another wrestling storyline. This is personal. This is real loyalty. And this is the moment Seth Rollins may have crossed a line he can never uncross. So buckle up, because we are breaking down every single piece of this story right now. Seth Rollins is smart. Nobody questions that. The man plans everything. He does not just throw punches. He thinks 3 steps ahead before he even walks to the ring. Every move he makes has a reason behind it. So when Seth Rollins attacked Paul Heyman on Raw, that was not an accident. That was a choice. A calculated, planned-out decision. And what was he trying to do? Simple. He wanted to send Brock Lesnar a message. He wanted to show the whole WWE Universe that he is not scared. Not of Brock. Not of the people around Brock. Not of anything. He wanted to prove that he will go after everything and everyone connected to the Beast. And honestly, the attack worked. The message was sent loud and clear. But here is where Seth Rollins made a massive mistake. He thought he understood what Paul Heyman means to Brock Lesnar. He thought it was just a business relationship. A manager and his client, a smart talker and a big fighter working together for money and championships. He was wrong. He was so wrong. And before I go further, I promised you something at the start. I told you there was one moment after that hospital visit that nobody is talking about. We are getting there. Keep watching, because that piece changes everything. The relationship between Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman is not like any other partnership in wrestling history. These two men have been through everything together. Championships won and lost. Highs and lows. Moments of glory and moments of failure. Through all of it, every single bit of it, they stayed together. That does not happen in wrestling. That barely happens in real life. Paul Heyman is not just Brock Lesnar's advocate. He is the person Brock trusts most in the world. The person who has stood by him when nobody else did. The person who speaks for him, thinks for him, and has dedicated years of his life to making sure Brock Lesnar always comes out on top. That is not a contract. That is a bond. And Seth Rollins just attacked that bond. He put that person in a hospital bed. He made the most trusted, most loyal person in Brock Lesnar's life look small and helpless under hospital lights, hooked up to machines, away from everything that makes Paul Heyman powerful. You want to know what that did to Brock Lesnar? It lit a fire that championship matches and trash talk never could. Now think about this moment. Really picture it. Brock Lesnar, the man who has destroyed every single person put in front of him, gets the news about Paul Heyman. And what does he do? He gets in his car, and he drives to that hospital. No cameras following him. No microphone in his face. No WWE production crew making it look dramatic. Just a man driving because the person he cares about is hurt and he needs to be there. That tells you everything about who Brock Lesnar really is underneath all that power and all those titles. Because Brock does not do things for show. He does not make gestures to look good. When Brock Lesnar does something, it is real. It comes from somewhere deep. And that drive to the hospital was as real as anything he has ever done. Here is the scary part for Seth Rollins though, and I need you to understand this clearly. There are different versions of Brock Lesnar. There is the Brock who fights for championships. There is the Brock who answers a challenge from a competitor. Those versions are already terrifying enough. But this version? The Brock who just saw his closest friend lying in a hospital bed because of something Seth Rollins did? This is the most dangerous version of Brock Lesnar that has ever existed. This is not about a belt. This is not about winning or losing. This is about loyalty. This is about protection. This is about love. And nothing makes a man more dangerous than that. Stay with me. We are almost at the part one promised you at the very beginning. The moment nobody is talking about. The detail that reveals exactly what Brock Lesnar's next move is going to be. It is coming up right now. Seth Rollins is brilliant. Nobody is taking that away from him. But even the smartest people make mistakes. And his mistake was thinking he could poke at something this personal and walk away clean. You can challenge Brock Lesnar. Plenty of people have done that. You can trash talk Brock Lesnar. A few brave souls have tried. But you do not hurt the people Brock Lesnar loves and expect a normal response. There is no normal response coming. What is coming is something Seth Rollins has never faced before. A Brock Lesnar who is not competing. A Brock Lesnar who is hunting. The Beast is awake. He has seen the hospital room. He has seen what was done to his person. Here it is. The moment I promised you. When Brock Lesnar walked out of that hospital room after sitting with Paul Heyman, after seeing him in that bed, he did not say a single word to anyone standing outside. No statement. No interview. No reaction for the cameras. He just walked straight to his car. And that silence is the most terrifying thing Seth Rollins should be worried about right now. Because when Brock Lesnar talks, he is still managing the situation. When Brock Lesnar gives interviews and cuts promos, there is still space between the anger and the action. But when Brock Lesnar goes completely silent, when the Beast stops talking entirely, that is when someone is about to get destroyed. Seth Rollins wanted a war. He has won. But this is not the war he planned for. Drop a comment right now. Did Seth Rollins make the biggest mistake of 2026? What do you think Brock does next? Subscribe if you are new, hit that notification bell, and stay locked in because this story is only getting started. The Beast does not forgive. The Beast does not forget. And Seth Rollins is next.